Welcome back. Now take a moment to think of all the times you've given someone your legal name and ID in just a single week. Did you buy alcohol, use a credit card with your name on it, take a flight somewhere, maybe even see a doctor? It is a very long list. But as Brittany Miller shows us, for people who are trans, every time they show their ID, it's a reminder of the bureaucracy of gender identity.
As a photographer, Diane Hames captures moments, turning them into memories.
These shots were tough because these were shot at night.
But seeing her professional success, you may not realize her hidden personal strife.
It is an emotional struggle. It is really gut-wrenching at times.
Hames is a trans woman. Born male, she identifies as female. Her journey with gender identity has been upsetting at times, filled with stress and potential danger.
I never considered personal safety before I transitioned, and then it became a big issue.
But sometimes it's the little things.
Like getting misgendered or dead named in public and stuff. Those are like death of 1,000 cuts.
Each comment dressed as grueling, emotional torture.
Sitting in the waiting room, and the nurse or somebody steps out and calls, John Smith. And then you have to stand up, and now you've just been outed to everybody in the waiting room.
Everything is tied to your name and your pronoun, and so it's extremely important to be able to function in society without being interrupted.
A simple pronoun is a symbol of equality. Chanel Haley has seen firsthand how those seemingly little things add up. It's what led her to a career of championing policies that level the playing field. As she was on this day, she addressed issues of housing discrimination for trans people at a symposium aimed at ending youth homelessness.
This process has been in place for several years. Certainly it should be updated by now. We're in 2019, almost 2020.
But Haley is a warrior for many causes, like the challenging process of changing name and gender markers on official documents.
The state can actually pass a non-discrimination law in Georgia, because there isn't one.
In Georgia, changing your name starts with paperwork. You ask your county for a name change, submit these documents, a fee, and then a judge will approve or deny it. But changing your gender marker, well, that's more complicated and more frustrating.
That is where you need a letter from a doctor that states that you're under transition, that you've transitioned, and had some kind of surgery procedures.
Voter registration cards, of course, Social Security.
All this.
There's a mountain of forms. My passport took 3 tries to get it changed.
To be accepted on paper for the person you are.
If I say my name is Diane, call me Diane, regardless of what these other documents say.
Brittany, thanks. Well, equality can only be enforced if it's written into law. The team at Georgia Equality, they are drafting a bill with that goal in mind.
Some of the current code isn't up to date. It doesn't talk about gender identity. If the law is unclear, then they can discriminate, and would like to eliminate that with this bill.
Now we are proving ourselves on the global stage that we are just as much an athlete as anyone else.
And that's not all they're proving. Lace up and learn from these athletes. They want other athletes to take a page out of their playbook.